This film telling follows a father and son as they spend the day together, spending time together. The son is grappling with the knowledge that he might be bisexual or gay, and he accidentally tells his dad, who does not react well at all, and kicks him out. I think they chose some really great settings, and I love the scene when the son met that guy who he was into and had a flash of what the future could be for them, and inevitably turned him down. I thought that was a really lovely moment, and had a lot of nuance, and I think the sad end is a reality for many families, unfortunately, and it's important to show that outcome as well as happy endings, since both exist. I think it was a really well-written film, and they did a great job capturing some good settings and camera work that captured the essence of the film.
I really liked telling. Um, I really liked the writing. I thought the writing was really good. Like as far as like specifically like the dialogue, like at a certain point, like a lot of the bulk of the story is like just two people talking, and you got to be able to. Your writing has to be top notch to be able to carry that. And I think it delivered. Also went to shout out the acting. These two actors, phenomenal. Like they like really because it gets easy to overact this, especially like a tragic story like this when it's easy to get real angsty about it. But I think these two actors found a really good like balance to where it's like we feel it as the audience watching them and not watching their performance like, oh, look how good actors they are, but like feeling for the characters, I guess if that makes sense. Which takes good acting, you know what I mean? Um, so yeah, I really liked it. Great writing, great acting overall, really well done.
In the short film telling, we have this dynamic between father and son. Now, what's interesting is this father comes in, he breezes through town, he even acknowledges that, he's the cool dad. He comes every once in a while and gets to do all the fun things. Meanwhile, the mom gets to actually have to be the parent. And as time continues on in the conversation, he's catching up with his son and seeing what his life is like. And he's talking about moving in with his roommates. And comes to find that his roommate is actually part of the LGBTQ community. And this is when his father shifts his whole entire demeanor. He's no longer one of the cool dads. He is actually feeling like almost offended with the orientation his housemate faces, which comes to the realization that his son puts him in check by showcasing the reality that he is a bisexual himself. So if he is having this demeanor towards his roommate, that he should be also looking a little bit closer to home. And, his whole father's character, quite frankly, is very off putting. And there's even a scene that is almost borderline inappropriate and almost like sexual as he like takes off his shirt and is like, let's see that body that you're like working with. And it's just like, is this the culture that is trying to have this type of commentary in offense to the LGBTQ community? And that's what the filmmakers just make strikingly apparent in acknowledging of this. I think these dynamics happen time and time again, and we have to learn from those opportunities. And despite the dynamics and the issues that this relationship faces, there is some genuinity and some love that is between these two characters. They get along, and that's, I think, what makes this magic of when this pain unfolds and this dynamic becomes a little bit more colorful. We really feel for our character that's coming out, because here he's just trying to have a really nice time and enjoy the moment that he has with his family that he doesn't really give a lot of grief to for not being around. He does actually enjoy the company of his father, but he makes his father accountable when he decides to have this off-putting situation and how to deal with it unfold.